Yep. Inside, I want to kill myself. We are on an 0-7 run over the last 2 days. After tonight was just complete bullshit. So that's how I'm going to start off this show. Horrible Sunday, 1-5. I don't even know what to tell you about that. I just don't want to do this anymore. I have never seen anything like this, man. With the slump continuing, 2 straight losses, not a good day at all. 0-4. I just have not had a good season, man. What kind of slump that I'm on? The slump continues. I've reached a new peak, actually. With I'm gonna burn my Bruins hat, man. I don't know what is going on with the Bruins. March 8th, is that what it is? I don't even know. It's March 9th, I think. Who even knows, man? I don't know what day it is anymore. I don't even know what day it is anymore, man. Back with you after the worst day that I could possibly have. Back with you, as I always am. Until I die, at least. 0-2 yesterday, and yesterday did not go well for me. 0-5. The worst month that I've ever had in my 18 years doing this. I don't know what to even tell you about this anymore. Broke the slump yesterday as the slump discontinues. The slump continues. Somebody fucking kill me, please. I don't even know what I should do at this point other than potentially end it all. What's up, everybody? It's Toad back with you. This is Better Off Dead Wednesday, October 1st, baby. It's officially spooky season. It's Halloween season. It's my favorite as a basic bitch New Englander. We get pumpkin spice. We get fall leaves, cool weather. It is actually cool out there today. We get horror movies galore. It's awesome, man. And we have playoff baseball, of course, which is what this show is going to be all about. And I am very concerned, even though I know my team won yesterday. Congratulations, by the way, in the WNBA, just to get that out of the way. The Las Vegas Aces won, and they actually covered, although it had to go into overtime. They had a lead. It looked like they were going to run away with it, actually, later in the game, and that they were just going to cover in regulation. Indiana, credit to them, they will not go away, even though they were without basically their best 2 players. That Indiana team, man, when they get Clark back next year or whatever, very dangerous team, very competitive even without her and Cunningham. Crazy. In baseball, we had the Detroit Tigers won yesterday with Skubal with a ridiculous 14 strikeouts. Skubal, the man, making the case that he will be the Cy Young winner. I mean, yeah, he's dominant, absolutely dominant. That should have been the play. Strikeout prop on Skubal over. That was a low-scoring game. I was completely wrong about the Cubs-Padres game. I thought that would be higher scoring. Both pitchers did a lot better than I expected. We had some bullpen usage in that game as well, but that was a 3-1 Cub win. The Red Sox were able to get the win, baby. I mean, I'm very concerned still. They're on the road. They're an underdog. Yeah, they got the win with Crochet on the mound, but it's all downhill from there, man. Crochet, he was almost as good as Skubal. He was excellent. I think, did he have double-digit strikeouts in that game too? I don't know, but they let him go like well over 100 pitches. They're just letting him go out there, grind. Possibly they should have just let him finish the 8th inning, too. They brought in Chapman to finish the 8th. I'm thinking maybe they should just leave Crochet in. I mean, I know he'll get up to about 120 pitches, but the guy does not seem to be wearing down, man. He's a warrior. He's a grinder. He's like, it's like traveling back to when I grew up as a kid. Like, these guys would just go out there and just throw a ton of pitches, just be a fucking man about it. Back in the 90s, that was basically what that was like. After he gave up a run early, he did not falter after that at all. He just dominated pretty much for the rest of the game. That home run was kind of bullshit, too, from Volpe. It was another one of those Yankee Stadium line drive home runs that just happens to go over the fence in right field, the short right field there, some bullshit. It probably wouldn't be a home run in like any other Major League stadium, but whatever. And then the Red Sox were able to get the lead late in the game on a very cheap hit by Yoshida. It just happened to find the infield gap. I mean, he basically got jammed on the pitch, and it's like it was just the hit was just exactly where it needed to be, where the infielders were not playing. Get those runs home, baby. And then it got Dude, if you're a Red Sox fan like me, this is like heart attack shit. You get into the eighth, ninth inning. Yeah, all right, Chapman gets out of the eighth. That's cool. The ninth inning, Chapman, you know he's going to be out there because he's the fucking closer. So it's his game to finish here. They're probably not going to be able to use him today now because they used him for an inning and a third last night. Although who knows? Sometimes he pitches a couple days in a row because he was so good this year. The Red Sox are just like, whatever, let's let him do this. He comes out in the ninth inning and he gives up 3 straight singles to open the ninth inning. Like, dude, like one single, all right, cool. Just settle down, get the fuck out of the inning, whatever. But you're only up 2 runs. You give up 3 singles. They didn't score yet. They load the bases. It is like, yeah, like I'm going to have like a second stroke or like a third seizure, an aneurysm, some shit when that fucking happens. I'm like, I'm going to die, basically. It's insane. Dude, you almost can't even watch it. Like, you can't stomach it. You're just sitting there, like, on the verge of, like, holy shit, if this goes the wrong way, I might, like, I don't know, take a dive off a bridge or something. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on the show. I mean, in Minecraft, obviously. Yeah, I mean, this is Red Sox playoffs, man. It would be better for me if they didn't even make the playoffs because then it's like, whatever, there's no pressure anymore here. They make the playoffs. I know they're not going to win the World Series. I'm not delusional here. I didn't even think they were going to win this series. I'm still not sure that they will, but it's, I mean, now, like, they get your hopes up with the win with the crochet game, and now it's like, oh my fucking God. They're making you think that they can actually do this. I mean, they can knock out the Yankees here. That would be excellent because I care more about the Yankees losing than the Red Sox winning, basically. But, man, dude, yeah, like, I don't know, man. I need to settle down and not do something to myself if the Red Sox fucking lose. Last night, bases loaded. Chapman then gets a strikeout, a pop-out, and another strikeout, and he gets through it, and they don't score anybody, not even on a sac fly or anything like that. Oh my God. I was hoping for a ground ball. Like in that situation, you need like a double play or something like that. But I mean, strikeout still works decently, but then you still need 2 more outs. Oh man. He was able to get it done though. So the Red Sox got the win, and then the Dodger game was the least exciting of all of them because they built themselves like an 8-0 lead or something, and then I think the bullpen just came in and like the bullpens just shat all over the place in that game because I think Snell pitched well for the Dodgers last night. I don't know if Green really pitched very well for the Reds. I mean, I wish he pitched better because I like him, but whatever. I mean, it's a Dodgers lineup that can hit you around. Dodgers, I mean, they won the World Series last year for a reason. I told you they're a very dangerous 3 seed. Like, I think they just slacked off for a lot of the regular season here. They got some of their best pitchers back. One of them, who was the pitcher last night, Snell. Dodgers bullpen wasn't good, but it didn't even matter because they were already up by so many runs. I think they won 10-5, something like that. Curtis, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. Raven, thanks for the repost. I'm trying to figure out how to like make this show more entertaining. It's like be Toad, man. Be more Toad. Like, should I just convert to Boston Toad? Like, I try to like, I don't know, turn it on, but like I get in the mode of this show and it's like all fucking autism. So I don't know. Yeah, Chapman. Yeah, people are like, he did that intentionally, man, just to fuck with everybody, just to fuck with the Yankees. It's like a cat playing with a mouse, man. He just lets them load the bases intentionally. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think so. Maybe it's all rigged, man. Maybe, who knows? Let's get into today, man. I guess this is the breakdown segment. I'm actually gonna give out one play in baseball today, and it's against the market read, and I don't fucking care. And it's not even the play that I really want to give out on the show, really either. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Jeffrey, what's up, man? I'm gonna try. I don't know. Like, there are certain situations where I think I'm way funnier. Like, I need to be either like in that tower gang setting where I'm with like a bunch of co-hosts and we're like bouncing shit off of each other. Like, I can be funny in that scenario, or I need to be like on a stage in front of, like, I need to be getting feedback basically. Like, oh, you, like, my co-hosts are laughing with me right now or at me, or, oh, the crowd is like laughing with me or at me. You know what I mean? Like, I get into debate mode or like karaoke mode. Like, I don't know, I turn into somebody completely different when I'm on like a stage in a room full of people and I can get that immediate feedback from them. I don't know, man. It's a totally different thing. If you saw my my debate, the libertarian debate, or when I was on stage at the convention, even, or any of my karaoke performances, I think there are probably some videos out there. I don't know. A Simpsons drop from Opie and Anthony. Be more funny. Is that a Simpsons quote? I should know that because I'm basically a Simpsons expert, man. At least throughout its like heyday. Like I've seen all the old episodes of The Simpsons, probably the first 12, 13, 14 seasons. Like I know basically all those episodes. I used to know like all of them by heart, by hat, kid. Caitlin Clark. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like it's almost rigged. Like how does like Clark, she's the best player in the fucking WNBA. She gets hurt, and then Cunningham gets hurt too, right after getting a green dildo thrown at her. And then the Fever, without both of those players, still almost make the finals. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know, man. Let's try to run down this baseball slate. I'll try to not be too autistic here. My play that I'm going to give out is going to be on the Detroit-Cleveland game at 1 p.m. Eastern, so I'll hold that one until the end. We got Padres and Cubs. The Cubs lead 1-0 here, like I said. This pitching matchup, man, I seriously don't know what the Cubs are doing here. I honestly don't. This is why I was thinking, like, how could the Cubs, like, lose this series? Like, I thought Boyd would be worse yesterday because he looked like he was wearing down at the end of the season. He came out, and I think he pitched pretty well. Now the Cubs are going with this bullpen game with some old dude on the mound. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I honestly don't. But I will say that I'm pretty sure that since baseball changed to this wild card structure with this new wild card round, where, by the way, the home team hosts the entire series, so there's no back and forth. It's not like a 1-1-1 series or whatever, which would be really insane for like Cincinnati and LA having to travel between the two. But you think they still would actually, or Chicago and San Diego as well. You think they would like do that though? Have like the 1-1-1. I mean, it would be a lot easier to do it with like Boston, New York, and Detroit, Cleveland, but they don't do that. So in this 3-game series, the home team just hosts the entire series. But what I was going to say is that I think in the history of this new format, which has only been going on for a couple of years at this point, a few years, the team that has won game 1 in this series is 12-0 in winning the series. And at some point, I know one of these teams is going to lose, and it's probably going to be the Red Sox, to be honest, because they're going to be a big underdog in the rest of the series, man. The Red Sox, they don't have any other Garrett Crochet, okay? That's the problem. They got Crochet at the top. They got nobody else. I know they got Connolly early, Peyton Tolley. They're both pitching well. Tolley's been in the bullpen, though, and I think he's still there for now. Early's been in the rotation, but they're not going him with their number 2. They don't want to put all that pressure on him, but I don't know, man. I mean, maybe at this point they should, because I don't like this Red Sox pitching rotation at all. Oops. Assad. Yeah, the Cubs have been, well, they might not have a choice, to be honest. If the Cubs get through this round and they're going to have to go to the next rounds of the playoffs, I mean, the Cubs, they're missing Cade Horton right now, which is a huge blow to them, even though I know he's inexperienced, so you might not know what you're going to get out of him in the playoffs because he's a rookie, but he was really, really good this year. So I don't know. Yeah, him being out is a blow to the Chicago rotation for sure. In this game, what we're looking at here is the Cubs have the better offense. Padres have the better bullpen. Both teams used 4 relief pitchers yesterday. So Padres use a little bit less. Got to still give the Padres the bullpen edge here. I think you have to give them the starting pitching edge, too, with Dylan Cease on the mound, even though he didn't pitch that well this year, but he does have experience. He has pitched in the playoffs before. He's been good in the past. His numbers this year, I know, not that good. 4.55 ERA, 1.33 whip. He is really bad on the road this year, so you do have to worry about that. That is a concern. 5.58 road ERA. Obviously, that's not good, but he did have a good month of September to finish the season off with a 32-10 strikeout walk ratio, 3.12 ERA. He allowed 2 or fewer earned runs in all but one of those starts, but every one of those starts was against a shit offense, except for the Milwaukee Brewers to finish the season. He pitched well in that game, too, although he got no run support. But the other starts were all against Baltimore, the Rockies. Granted, one of those was in Coors Field, which is not an easy place to pitch, and the White Sox. So he did most of that damage against weak lineups and actually didn't even really do that well against the White Sox. So what are we going to get out of Cease here? I don't know, man. He actually has really good numbers against the Cubs. Even though they have a good offense, he ceases the Cubs' ability to hit, apparently, in 98 career at-bats, 35-10 strikeout walk ratio, 194 batting average allowed, 595 OPS. So those are very, very weak offensive numbers for the Cubs against Cease. I mean, you got to like his beard, too. So, I mean, maybe that'll have an effect in the playoffs. Playoff beards are a thing, man. Guys just were like, especially with the Red Sox back in the day, like, that's a thing. Like, fuck it. We're not going to shave for the remainder of the playoffs, man. As long as we're still in this thing, we're not shaving. We're going to be like Johnny Damon with, like, no haircut either. Have, like, ridiculously long hair, long beards, which the Yankees, by the way, banned their players from having beards or even excessive mustaches, I think, until this year, just to get Devin Williams on the team. And he sucks. And they lifted their beard limitation or whatever just for him. It's so stupid, man. That was probably a Steinbrenner thing, though. I don't know. Steinbrenner's gone, but you got to be the Yankees. You got to be this uptight, organization, tight butt organization where you wear the pinstripes, man, and you gotta look classy. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking baseball. Like, you're out there fucking dropping F-bombs out there and chewing tobacco and spitting all over the place, yelling in umpires' faces. Like, this is not drinking beer in the dugout, eating fried chicken, Wade Boggs. I mean, this is not the sport where being uptight, like, makes none of these sports, like, it doesn't make any sense in any of these sports. This isn't fucking badminton. Like, what are we even doing here? So very, very stupid. Another reason to not like the Yankees. Anyway, we're talking about the Cubs here. The Cubs have Andrew Kittredge listed as their starter. I mean, look at this guy. He's got a gray beard. Like, what do you think is going to happen in this game? He's 35. He looks like he's 45. I know his numbers were good this year. 3.4 ERA, 0.98 whip. I've basically never even heard of him, though. He was good at home, 3.07 ERA, but he's a relief pitcher, man. So you look at what he's done. He very consistently pitches one inning, so you know what that means. And he actually literally pitched yesterday, too. He had a scoreless inning yesterday, so he was good in the game yesterday, but he's going to be an opener today, and then I don't know who the Cubs are going to bring out after that. So this is somewhat of a bullpen game for the Cubs here, which I'm old school. I don't like the bullpen games. I would have a slight lean to the Padres in this one, but it looks like the market is saying no go on that. Cubs are up from minus 109 to minus 113, and the Padres are actually a road public underdog here. And I warn against those road public underdogs, man. You don't want to be on that side usually. 58% of tickets, 52% of the cash on the Padres, even though they lost yesterday. The one thing about the Padres that's bad, besides the fact that Cease is really bad on the road, the Padres are also really bad on the road. 38-43 on the road. Cubs 50-31 at home. So the Cubs do have a big home advantage just based on what their record has been. In San Diego, a lot of their pitchers, they get used to pitching in that pitcher-friendly stadium that they have at home, and they just don't do as well on the road. So that is kind of a problem there, too. So the money is actually coming in on this Cubs bullpen game. I don't trust it. I don't like bullpen games. The total, by the way, is another one of these low playoff totals, and I know a couple of the games did go under even these low totals yesterday, including the 6 in the Detroit and Cleveland game. That still went under. 66% of tickets, only 50, or excuse me, I'm looking at the Red Sox for a minute. 82% of tickets, 93% of the cash on the over in this one. So public and money both kind of on the over in this one. I mean, that one I'm not sure that I would really actually trust an over, although watch it go over this time, man. Because, again, Cease, there are some reasons for him to be untrustworthy, but he does really well against the Cubs. So I kind of lean towards Cease actually pitching well here, and he's got that experience. That's on ABC at 3 p.m. Eastern. Red Sox, Yankees on ESPN at 6 p.m. I will pray, but I'm not... I'm not thinking positively about this game, man. Although the Red Sox should have another bullpen edge here, even though I know they used Chapman yesterday, 24 pitches. He's probably not going to be able to pitch today, but they didn't use any of the rest of their bullpen. The Yankees did use a bunch of their bullpen. They used 5 relief pitchers yesterday. So the Red Sox have the better bullpen anyway. and they're more rested here, except that they're without their closer most likely today. Yankees have the better offense. Red Sox offense is okay. As far as the starting pitching, it's really difficult to say which one of these pitchers you think is better in this matchup, man. Brian Bello is pitching for the Red Sox. I know he had a good season as far as the numbers look. 3.35 ERA, 1.24 whip. They consider him to be their number 2 starter. I'm not convinced. I know that the advanced analytics guys can't stand Bello because they talk about how he walks too many guys, and obviously that's a concern for me too. I mean, that jacks up your whip, so you can see that reflected in the whip if you're walking way too many guys. I don't trust him either. I don't know if we could trust him in this playoff scenario here because I don't think he's pitched in the playoffs before, so that's a little bit of a concern too. There's a bit of a lack of experience here, although, of course, you could have said the same thing about Crochet. Crochet had a really good start yesterday, but he is Crochet. I mean, nobody is really like Crochet. Bello, 3.06 road ERA this year, though, so he's been good on the road. He had basically like 2 good months later in the season. I know his ERA was low the entire season, but he was still walking way too many guys until he started pitching better basically June. Actually, July, he got significantly better. August, he was still good. September, he fell back down, though, man. In September, I know he's still not allowing a lot of runs. He's allowed 4 or fewer earned runs still in all these outings going all the way back through mid-August. 3 or fewer in all but 1, but that 1 was against the Yankees. Last time out at Fenway, he gave up 4 earned runs to the Yankees in 5 innings, walked 3 guys, 5 hits, 4 strikeouts. That's kind of the concern here, man. Bello, 5.4 ERA in the month of September and 16 to 12 strikeout walk ratio. He faced good offenses, Arizona, Yankees, A's, Toronto, but that is a terrible strikeout walk ratio. So his walk issues have returned at the wrong time. So I don't know if we trust Bello here, although he is usually pretty good against the Yankees, although that last start was not good, and that was his worst start ever against the Yankees, although they have seen a lot of him. 134 at-bats, and besides that start, they haven't really been able to do a whole lot against him. 41 to 16 strikeout walk ratio, that's pretty good for him. 231 average, 669 OPS again. So Bello, even though I think he's not as good as his numbers look by any means, he does usually do pretty well against the Yankees, but is he really going to do that here? Huge pressure environment, man. I don't know, because Bello has kind of gotten in his own head a lot, man. And when things start going bad, he starts kind of unraveling mentally. So I don't know what's going to happen here. That seems to be less of a concern now that he was able to get like his wife and his baby into the United States or whatever, because he's from the Dominican Republic. But I don't know. It remains to be seen, man. The Yankees have Carlos Rodon pitching. He's had a good season, 3.09 ERA, 1.05 whip. He's been better at home, although only slightly, but 2.98 ERA, obviously good. Had a good month of September, 26 to 6 strikeout walk ratio, 2.6 ERA, allowing 3 or fewer earned runs in every start, going all the way back to his first start in August. In August, though, he was walking way too many guys and getting away with it. So, again, we're going to see what happens here. He did last face the Red Sox on August 24th in this stadium, and he walked 5 guys and only allowed 1 hit and basically escaped, only allowing 2 earned runs in 5 2/3. But that was amidst his walk happiness, basically, in that month. So that's not good necessarily. But his walk numbers went way down this month. Against the Red Sox overall, 114 at-bats. He's held him to a 228 average, which is very low, but 23 to 17 strikeout walk ratio. So he has struggled with the walks against the Red Sox, and they have a 749 OPS off him. So they are able to hit, even though they don't really hit him for contact, they're able to walk, get guys on base, and they have some home runs off him. Only 4, though, on 114 at-bats or whatever. It's not really that many, but it's difficult to figure out what we're going to get in this game, man. The Yankees are public, 83% of tickets, despite what happened yesterday. 88% of the cash. They're a pretty heavy favorite, up from minus 170 to minus 174, which obviously has me worried as well. It looks like the money and the public are kind of both on the Yankees. I guess the one good thing is it's a low total, which might mean it's going to be a closer game. Total drop from 7.5 to 7. 67% of tickets on the over, 55% of cash on the over. I don't know what we want to do with it, man, to be honest. This is a game that I would stay away from. I mean, I could see some arguments for an under here, at least maybe in the first 5. But again, in the playoffs, you're going under like a really low total if you do that. Probably like a 3.5 or something. I don't love it. Yankees are definitely public, so I'm hoping that that kind of comes into play here. And I would be basically my life would be complete, or my season at least would be complete, if the Red Sox find a way to somehow actually win this series. If the Yankees get eliminated, that will complete me for the year, man, because that's what I care most about. Fuck them Yankees. I apologize to the Yankees fans who watch this. Please continue watching me. And then we do have probably the least interesting of all the games is the Reds and the Dodgers on ESPN, which is another ESPN triple header here, just like yesterday, with an ABC game in the middle there. Dodgers, of course, won yesterday, as we said, 10-5. It was a 6-0 game, pretty late in the game, though. Neither of these teams have a particularly good bullpen. We saw some bullpen usage for both sides yesterday. Dodgers a little bit less. Normally, I would say Cincinnati has the slightly better bullpen, but after their usage yesterday, seems to be pretty much a wash between the bullpens. The bullpens are not that good on either side. Dodgers have the better offense. They're actually very good offensively at home, which is what I said last night. I said maybe Dodgers over their team total makes sense. The run line did get there for them as well. The Cincinnati under the team total was looking good until the bullpens came in, and the game basically didn't matter anymore. Snell did his part, though, so maybe it should have been even more granular. Go with it should have been like a Snell prop, like under his earned runs allowed or something yesterday. I don't know. Rio, what's up, man? I hope that they do as well. The Red Sox, I hope, they ice the fraudulent Yankees. Although I've been saying all year that the Yankees are actually the best team in the AL East, though. I think Toronto is kind of fraudulent. I think the Red Sox are good, but they're like kind of a rising team again. They're on the upswing. They're in like a rebuild mode almost right now. So, I thought the Yankees would wind up winning the division. Yankees have experience, and they do have one of the best offenses, but their bullpen is a concern, and sometimes their starting pitching is a concern. We'll see what happens there. With the Cincinnati and Dodgers game, Zach Littell is pitching for the Reds here in this one. They got a deep rotation, as I've been saying, where they got a lot of starters that can go out there and have good games, but you're facing the Dodgers here, man, and it might be this might be the end for the Reds here. Of course, the Reds are facing elimination as well, and so are the Padres, by the way, so maybe a little bit of extra motivation maybe for those teams, but as I pointed out, these short wild card series, the team that has won the first game has won every single series so far. So it's very likely that you're going to, right? After you win game 1, you have 2 more games basically to get 1 win. Although you think that even by now it would have happened like at least once where the team that won the first game lost the next 2. Hasn't happened yet, but it is going to happen at some point. I fear that it will be the Red Sox that do it. Zach Littell for the Reds here, 3.81 ERA, 1.1 whip on the season, pretty good. 3.92 ERA on the road. He's a little bit worse on the road, even though he spent all of the season pitching in hitter-friendly ballparks with Tampa Bay and with the Reds. He was decent this month, even though his ERA doesn't look good. 4.91 ERA this month, but he had a 20-5 strikeout walk ratio. His team won his last 4 outings. So he did pitch pretty well over the last month, and he faced 3 playoff teams in those last 4 outings too: San Diego, Cubs, and Milwaukee. So he was facing some decent teams there too. Littell's doing all right. His numbers against the Dodgers are a bit hard to predict. In 31 at-bats, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks. That's not very good. 258 average is fine, but 924 OPS allowed is high. He's allowed 3 home runs, 2 of them from Muncy, though, and 1 of them from Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I don't know, man. I don't know what we're going to get out of Littell here. My guess would tend to be towards Littell not doing that well here, though. And he's going to have to go up against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who is in his 2nd year in the majors since coming over from Japan. So I believe he did pitch in the playoffs last year. I I know he was on the team. Either he was hurt or he pitched, and I can't remember which, but he at least has some experience. Although I think Littell has probably pitched in the playoffs by now too, although I'm not sure. But Littell's been around for a while. Yamamoto had a really good season, though. 2.49 ERA, 0.99 whip. He was a little bit worse at home, 3.04 ERA. Still good, though. And this month, 0.67 ERA this month. He allowed one or fewer earned run in his last 5 outings, this month, 34-11 strikeout walk ratio. His walk rate went way up, although a lot of it was because he had 6 walks in a game against San Francisco, where he one-hit shutout them for 5 1/3. Very weird start in that one. Was very inefficient with his pitches in that one. I don't know what to say about that, but he followed it up with a shutout of Arizona after that. So he hasn't a lot of runs since September 12th. So take that into account here. He should probably do well against the Reds. He does pretty much wreck them in 40 career at-bats. I know it's a small sample, but, well, not a huge sample at least. It's decent enough that you can gauge something from it. 15-5 strikeout walk ratio is all right. 175 batting average allowed, 517 OPS. So Yamamoto does do pretty well against Cincinnati. As public as they are, I think I would have to go with a Dodgers run line here in this one, man. I think that is probably the best way to look at this. It's just the combination of, I think this is a starting pitching mismatch here. You could go with the Dodgers run line in the first 5 too if you want to, although I'm not sure that their bullpen is really necessarily a disadvantage in this game. Both bullpens not great. 95% of tickets, 99% of the cash on the Reds. They're up, on the Dodgers. Obviously the Dodgers are public. Dodgers up from -240 to -260. I don't really think you can lay a money line with this unless you're going to put it in like a parlay, which, if you're going to parlay Dodgers, Yankees or something like that to try to get the price down, I wouldn't necessarily say not to do that, although usually in a situation like that, the books know, because those teams are both so public, that you're going to be getting a lot of money line parlays with those two teams, so the books kind of know, like, they're okay with taking that parlay money, basically, and they are banking on basically one of those teams losing to shut down those parlays. So if that is the case, hopefully it is the Yankees. I mean, if you ask me, Yankees versus Dodgers, which of those teams is more likely to lose this game today? I would, at least in that case, I would say the Yankees are, but I still don't see either of them losing here. Let's get to the play, man. And this play might surprise you. I don't know, but we do have a bet today. We'll give out one. I think everything kind of lines up decently for this one. And it is going to be on the Cleveland Indians money line, -124. I don't know what the best money line prices you can get out there right now. I know they look public. 75% of tickets, only 71% of the cash. The public has been on the Cleveland hype train. I know I've been saying I think Detroit's going to win this series. I don't trust Cleveland. Detroit got their win yesterday with Skubal, finally, because they lost a couple of games in a row with him on the mound. Not his fault. But this Cleveland team, they're the second worst offense in Major League Baseball, man. So it's like, how did they get here? Their pitching was really good down the stretch. They have a really good bullpen. So we are banking on the bullpen in this one, man. If this is going to be a low-scoring game, we need it. Cleveland used 3 relief pitchers yesterday. They did use some of their better relievers, but didn't really overwork them at the very least. Detroit only used 1 relief pitcher. So I know Detroit's bullpen is in better shape right now, but Cleveland has the better overall bullpen of the two. So I think it's a little bit of a wash as far as the bullpens are concerned. If you want to go first 5 innings with this, you can. You're paying a little bit more of a price, though. If you go Cleveland in the first 5 innings, you probably have to pay somewhere in the -130s at the very least for it. Total, down from 7 to 6.5 in this one. 68% of tickets on the over, 56% of the cash on the over. So we're expecting another low-scoring affair here, which in that case, hopefully that means we're going to be able to get this done here. Even though I said Detroit would win this series, I think Cleveland is a joke. I don't think they should be in the playoffs. They have a negative run differential. I get all that, but this starting pitching matchup, I think, actually favors Cleveland here. I know Detroit has the better offense. That's the one major advantage they have in the series here. Casey Mize is pitching for Detroit, and this is part of the handicap here. People are going to look at this and see he has the better ERA of the 2 starters and want to go with him, but I've been saying all year, man, he's not as good as his numbers. Like, if you look at his career numbers, he's not really this good. 3.87 ERA for him, 1.27 whip. His whip is a little bit too high. I think he does have some playoff experience, so there is that. Both of these starters have pitched in the playoffs before, so I don't think that's really an issue one way or the other. Mize is not as good on the road, 4.04 road ERA. He was good this month, 3.49 ERA, 32-4 strikeout walk ratio. That is really good. His command numbers were good. He did face Cleveland, though, in the middle of the month, and he had an 8-1 strikeout walk ratio, which was good, but he only lasted 5 1/3 innings. He allowed 7 hits, so they were able to hit him, and he gave up 3 earned runs, so he wasn't exactly that good against this Cleveland offense, which is not a particularly good offense. And overall against Cleveland, he actually does not do that well, this is going to be the crux of the handicap here. And 57 at-bats, 14-3 strikeout walk ratio is good, but a 281 average and 861 OPS. That's not very good. So this Cleveland offense that doesn't usually hit, they've been pretty decent against Mize. He's not as good on the road. He's not as good as his numbers look. So I'm gonna roll with the guy who I think is the better pitcher when it comes to playoff time here. That's what I'm doing in this one, which is fading Mize in this one. He's also allowed 4 home runs to the Indians here. 2 of them to Jose Ramirez, though. Manny's illegitimate son, I believe, there. Tanner Bybee is pitching for Cleveland here. His numbers have gotten better towards the end of the season again, man. He had some stretches where maybe he was just checked out on the season, and then when the team started to actually looking like they were going to make the playoffs, he checked back in. Because you remember, Bybee was their ace last year. He pitched in the playoffs. He was at the top of their rotation in the playoffs last year. They made it to the ALCS last year. So he does have experience, recent experience. Whereas Tigers were in the playoffs last year too. And they did make it, I think, to the second round. So I think Mize was Mize on the team last? I forget. I think he was. He probably pitched too. But Bybee, I think, has a little bit more recent playoff experience. And he's the talent. He's the more talented of the two pitchers, man. When he actually shows up, he is the better pitcher. 4.24 ERA, 1.23 whip for him. So his whip is actually the better of the two anyway on the season. He's way better at home than on the road. 3.22 home ERA. So we have the home road splits working in our favor here. Bybee, like I said, he was pitching really bad in August, late July into August. He looked totally checked out, even though Cleveland kept winning a bunch of his games. But then he actually started pitching better. So his wins in the month of September were worthy. He pitched worthy of those wins, let's say. He gave up 2 or fewer earned runs in all of his starts this month, including a 9-inning complete game, 10 strikeout shutout against the White Sox. He had a 1.3 ERA this month, or last month, I should say, because we're in October now. 26-5 strikeout walk ratio. He did pitch twice against Detroit, but he basically suffered nothing with the fact that he faced Detroit and then he had to face him again right away. You know, I talk about this when a lineup has just faced a starting pitcher. A lot of times they'll do better against him the next time out. But, I mean, Detroit has seen Bybee plenty, so I don't think that's really a huge advantage to Detroit that they've seen him a bunch, because if he just pitches well against them and matches up well against them, that's the determining factor here. He went 6 innings in both of those games against Detroit, 1 on the road, 1 at home. He allowed 1 earned run in each, and the starts were almost exactly the same. 8-2 strikeout walk ratio, and one of them with 4 hits allowed, and the other a little bit worse of a start at home, 5-2 strikeout walk ratio and 5 hits allowed. I still trust Bybee in this one, though, man. His numbers are good against Detroit generally. In 159 at-bats, 40-12 strikeout walk ratio, 258 average allowed, and 679 OPS. And he's only allowed 2 home runs over that entire span. So half of what Mize has allowed to Detroit in a smaller sample, I believe. So we're going to go with Bybee here. We're going to go with Cleveland here, even though the money is disagreeing with it. 74% of tickets, 72% of the cash on Cleveland now. They're up from -120 to -127, though, so the money line is moving in that direction. I know the public does come in and play MLB playoff games more than they play regular season games. I know that. So the public is going to be involved in some of these games. They're going to be most involved in Boston, New York, though. So you're probably going to see, that's probably going to be the game that has the most bats. I mean, it's a huge rivalry series. And probably the Cubs game will get the second amount, I would guess. The Dodgers maybe as a bailout game, because the Dodgers are really popular, but the Reds are not very popular. So I don't know. We will see. Yeah, I mean, this game I think might be the least bet of all the games, to be honest. I don't know. I haven't seen we can look and see what the amount of bets is somewhere. I forget how you do it on this side. I'll have to dig into it. But we're going to go with on the public side in this one, man. I think this game being less public than some of the other games, I think it matters a little bit less maybe that it's a public side here. So we will go with Cleveland. I think it's a nice matchup, I think, with the starting pitching, man. With Bybee, younger, better pitcher of the two. Decent recent experience, and he has the better of the home road splits and the better matchups. So that's the handicap there. That's what we're going with. We're gonna vibe with Bybee. Rio, you're also on the Cleveland Guardians. They got to change it back to the Indians, man. Come on, we want Chief Wahoo back. I'm gonna watch Major League again just to put the vibes in there, to vibe with Bybee again. Let's go, man. Jeffrey, I'm glad you're laughing at something. I'm trying to be a little bit more hysterical here, and I don't mean flipping out, although maybe I will be. Once the Red Sox get eliminated, I'll be flipping out. But that's going to do it, man. So that's the one play today. Cleveland Indians. Let's go. Wild Thing. You make my heart sing. Yeah, let's fucking go, man. That's going to do it. Learn to Toad on Twitter. Learn to Toad on Instagram. Hopefully I can make my Instagram videos funnier as well. I'll have to put that out before the 1 p.m. Start time for this. So we get our one game out of the way early. So hopefully it's a win. We'll get back to football coming up, man. Obviously, subscribe to the channel here, and you'll get my football content that's going to be in play for the rest of the week here. You know we're going to have football plays. Football's been good to us the last couple of weeks. It's a really, really good couple of weeks in the NFL, and college football's been good basically since week 1. So we're crushing football right now. I hope we can continue doing that. I'm going to try. So be on the lookout for that. Tomorrow, football starts back up. We have a pretty good, actually, Thursday night divisional game in the NFL, and we got a not very good college football game tomorrow. And then we're going to have Friday college football, obviously, and then college football Saturday, NFL Sunday. It's all going to be there. I'll do my nightly videos for those. Hopefully continue to be funny. So, again, subscribe to the channel here on YouTube, Better Off Dead. Go give me a good review on iTunes, Spotify. JC, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out right at the end of the show, man. Just in time. Yes, thank you, sir. Have a good one, everybody, as well. Covered in Uke, my Uke channel. I want to do more with the Uke channel, man. I got to start doing, live Uke streams where you just, because I sit around and I just play the Uke anyway, every day pretty much. But I've got some of my fingers are kind of messed up right now, so I don't know. But maybe I'll do it. My voice is kind of messed up, too. But I should do it. Just do live Uke hangouts. I want to do it like Ass Butt does. Take some requests and reject some other requests. I got to start doing that. I was thinking about maybe doing it Tuesday nights, but I know I didn't do it last night. I'm thinking about it. I want to do it. And patreon.com/learntotode, and you get some bonus content there. Learn to Toad, everybody. So there's there's a Spotify Uke feed there at one of the levels, and then prioritize requests at the highest level, which nobody has taken me up on. But that's going to do it for now. I got to get out some Halloween Uke covers, although I think I've gone through all the ones that I kind of like and know how to play the last few years. So might be some repeats in there, but I haven't posted any of them to YouTube yet, I don't think. So we'll get some of those out probably. That's going to do it for now. Have a good day, everybody. Peace.